Hey guys, I'm bad at redstone. So anyways, I just made a 7x7 cave door in Minecraft. Alright, yes, everybody, I actually did it. I went one block bigger than before and I made this monstrosity of a door, the 7x7 cave door. I actually was investigating if I could do the 8x8, but I really just couldn't. I just couldn't get it working. So yeah, the 7x7 is right now the peak of my door size. But of course, we shall watch the opening and closing sequence, right? Alright, as you can see, it's very laggy because my PlayStation is very old. It cannot handle this properly. And also, the center parts of the door are actually pretty slow. I actually did that on purpose because of the game lag. Because if it moves slower, then there's less moving parts at once. So it's a little less laggy. As you can see, the center comes in last. Alright, so this is quite a big door. It has a horrendous backside to it. The backside is completely horrendous. It's completely ugly. If we just give this button a press, you can see that the door closes up from the backside, and we can see that the backside is just completely ugly. Slime blocks are asymmetrically placed. It's just because of the quad piston extender. I just had to do a really weird circuit for it. This is just to prevent lighting and everything like that. There's a lot of stuff going on in this door. Alright, so this is actually a second door I made, which is also a 7x7. It's a pretty similar design. I basically copied it. And also there is a reason that I'm showing you this at night. Happy New Year, everyone. 2022. It's the age of the 7x7 door. Oh my god, yes. Alright guys, so here is a very important thing. I actually recorded myself building this second 7x7 door, which took 1.5 hours to record. And I'm going to show you a time lapse right now. Alright, so that was the time lapse. Here we are back, and yeah, this door is actually made a little more openly, so we can take a look at all the redstone. And I'm going to be explaining to you guys how the door works. Alright, so after some quick recoloring of the door, I came to show you guys the little map of the extenders. So the green blocks are single piston extenders, the yellow blocks are double piston extenders, the red blocks are triple piston extenders, and the sea lantern is a quadruple piston extender. Yes, this thing was pretty painful to build. You can see it in all its glory though over here. But yeah, one thing I kind of forgot to showcase is how ugly it looks when it's opened. I set the time to night just to prevent a little bit of lag. Here we are. So you can see that there are holes in the walls, but I don't really care because I am just glad that this thing works. I'm glad that it works. I don't know why there's a block missing here. I'm just gonna wait. Oh, I know, because there was a freaking slime block there. I should put a unmovable block there. Okay. Here we are. Now let's go explain to you guys all the redstones. So, some of my extenders are powered by a lever and some by a button, which means I put a button in and then I use this gigantic T flip-flop, as you would call it, to make a permanent pulse for me, like a lever. So, you know, it always, when I press this button to open the door, you can see that it pulls the redstone block back, it turns off this redstone line. Now we wait for the opening, and now when we close the door, it puts the redstone block forward, powering this redstone line. And yeah, then from here we also take the button input directly through this redstone line. It splits up into multiple different inputs. You can see over here, for example, redstone torch tower with the single piston extenders. There is also a little bit of a mechanism. Where is it? Shoot, where is it? I think this is it. That pushes one block forward, so it won't be creating a 2 block gap when the door's open. You don't really have to get it. I know you don't get it. Over here, double piston extenders, a triple piston extender. Yeah, the triple piston extenders actually, they retract a huge part of the door. Let me just open it up for you guys, and we're gonna take a look. You can see that this is ginormous. What it actually grabs, there's a lot of parts. And then the quad piston extender retracts 2 blocks, one triple block, one quad block, and then the top triple piston extenders are also kind of insane. Let me just trigger them on their own. You can see that they also put a huge chunk of the door in. This is all done using slime blocks. You can see that some parts of the door can just be triggered on their own. For example, this triple piston extender as well. You can see that a huge part of the door again is put in place. The problem with it though is that then here is a 2 block gap, which is literally unacceptable. And that's what we have this guy for, because every time it just, with a huge delay, it just gets activated. It's a normal piston, so it pushes the block forward. And then it's a 1 block gap. And over here, actually, there are all the designs that I used in this door. Let me just, okay. Here are all the designs. For example, my quad piston extender, which is actually not mine. I copied every single one of these designs from YouTube. It's just, I'm way too lazy to design my own redstone extenders, and I'm also not smart enough to do so. I'm a big dummy head. So that's a quad piston extender. This is a triple, which is insanely tiny for what it does. Here's a vertical double piston extender, cool flush and seamless, and a triple piston extender, which requires me to have an exposed observer in the floor, which is kind of a disadvantage. You can see it right here. And then we have horizontal double piston extender. It's also seamless. I really like this design. And then this is what the T flip-flop looks like. You can see that it takes 2 inputs and turns them into 1. And this is the ceiling triple piston extender design. Very cool, very fun. And that's basically all the designs of these doors. I mean, like, of the extenders that these doors use. So I think that's it for this video, guys. Happy New Year to everyone, and goodbye.